Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. We're here with the next sign. We're here with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, thank you for tuning in. Let's get into it now and see what is at play. We're working here with the Gummy Bear Tarot deck. It's so cute. This deck, we just started working with it since the Gemini reading. It was the Gemini Neptune retrograde reading. So let's get into it, Sag. We're working here with the full moon. Of course, with every full moon, we're looking about 6 months back. And so take it as you will. There could be, themes coming up from about 6 months ago, specifically around the time of the new age of Aquarius that we're stepping into and the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. Okay, so that was about, again, in the beginning of the new year. There are some major themes there possibly that are coming full circle here at this time. So let's get into it. Let's clear it down the left side of the body, specifically the throat chakra. And Sagittarius, for some of you, I'm seeing maybe there is something you're considering here, you're going back and forth with, that you're making a decision on here now. Knight of Swords upright and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, there's something that you really kind of feeling really like, double, oh, wow, okay. Let's clear it. For some of you, this is maybe not your direct energy field. This came through for you, actually, in another reading. I think it might have been either the Jupiter in Jupiter retrograde reading or the Neptune retrograde reading for you. We did a long-term spread there, and this exact theme, I'll never forget it, came through. Yes, Knight of Cups upright, Six of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, there is something here that you kind of like... You had to detach from with the Devil upright. For some of you, I feel Temperance upright. Wow. For some of you, I feel like there's something that no longer is exciting. It no longer is real to you in some way. It's like, I don't really resonate with this. I'm hearing that as well. And it's just time to kind of like let it go, release it. I'm hearing release it already. Maybe it's something that it's almost like inevitable. And you almost felt like, you know what? I feel like I'm going to do this anyways. So I might as well just kind of like just do it. All right, let's pull the cards here. We'll do a Celtic cross, the Hangman upright, and the Deep Past. For some of you, I feel like there's something you're really passionate about, someone here you're really in love with. I'm hearing that as well. Something that you maybe have a vision of. The vision is so strong. I'm seeing that with the Hangman upright. Let's clear it on you. This is something you've really even remained steadfast to. You've really sort of been committed to, even Capricorn. I'm here, Capricorn, Sagittarius. I'm here, Aries, Cancer. For some of you, this is even someone here who you think a lot about. You spend a lot of time thinking about this person you're a little concerned about, maybe even. I'm hearing that. This can even be a question of how you manifest this energy in your own chart. So again, this is the Hangman, this is Pisces energy. Now we then lead into the King of Pentacles upright, and this comes through in the recent past. We dip into the current state of the Three of Swords. Wow, I don't feel this is your energy, Sag. Right off the bat, I'm getting that. This is something that is almost in the periphery for a number of you. This is something that you even hear of or you realize is like at play. I'm hearing that is going on. Some of you, this is someone maybe coming forth and confessing to you what they actually feel about you, possibly, or what the situation is like. Hey, they could maybe come through and they're like, hey, I'm feeling really like not good about this. I'm here not satisfied. Now, you've got both the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in reverse coming through in the energetic pathway leading into the Three of Swords, right? Yeah, I feel like someone maybe has been feeling really uncomfortable here and they maybe didn't come out and like say anything. I feel like if that's the case, they're gonna want to come out and communicate. The Ten of Wands upright in the environment. This theme came through somewhat in the Pisces reading. Let's clear it. Yeah, this came through in the Pisces reading for this series. Yeah, it's like they something about the theme of, someone is not realizing the extent to which something was affecting someone else, okay, in a negative way, in the sense of saying like, wow, I didn't realize like we're so hurt about that, okay. I feel like someone is going to communicate something here. Three of Wands upright in the energetic pathway. Let's clear it. Yeah, someone's going to want to come through and like call it out. I'm hearing that as well. And the advice is the Queen of Swords in reverse. Near future, the Five of Pentacles upright. This is something that I feel like you may, it's like you didn't, this is, for a number of you didn't realize something was going on here. And it's like you're going to have to make a decision. That's just what I'm getting. You lead out with the Queen of Wands upright, Three of Wands upright, like the Temperance card upright. Yeah, this is, okay, the Fool. Like some of you, this is something in your environment. I'm hearing that again, like someone in your environment who is ready to make a decision. I'm hearing that as well, maybe in relation to you. If that's the case, I feel like they may be communicating finally, like, once and for all sort of thing. Like, hey, like, I really want this with you, and I feel like I haven't been honest with myself. I'm hearing that as well with the Temperance card and the Fool leading out with the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. For whenever this is maybe a business who wants to hire you. I'm hearing that as well. Like, they may come through and, like, finally introduce themselves. Interesting, okay? Maybe they're a headhunter, take it as you will. Yeah, someone feels bad about something, even like kind of guilty. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Okay, that card came through for Pisces well in the same position, more or less around that environment. The Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. Someone's feeling really like they've maybe even been like kind of, again, this Five of Pentacles, Three Swords. This could be someone else's energy, somebody who's like wanting to make up for something, even like they feel maybe like they just realize like, oh shit, like I want to make this up to you. I'm hearing that. The World, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups. The Temperance card. For a number of you, this is, for some of you, this is someone who was hoping that, like, it would be a lot easier to get this off the ground with you than they realized, possibly. For a number of you, that, like, you were not going to be pulling all the legwork here in the relationship. I'm hearing that with the Temperance card and the Fool. Like, yeah. I'm hearing that, like, maybe they were trying to, like, kind of, like, play hard to get, even, yeah, you weren't really getting along with them at that point. I'm hearing that, and so they had to make a change here. Let's pull a card here for each of the days. And then we'll pull a card here for each of the months leading from that new moon in Aquarius. I'm hearing, am I ready? You're ready. Ace of Pentacles coming through upright on the 15th here of July. The 16th of July is the Four of Wands in reverse. I feel like something has become so obvious to you for a number of you, because it's like, okay, how do we say, like, it's exhausting even. I'm hearing that. Like, wow, the High Priestess. This is the first time this card has come through. Ooh, so interesting to see this card here in this deck. Let's clear it ground. Yeah, something has, ooh, Devil upright, okay. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Some of you have to make a decision really swiftly here with the Devil upright. Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, around the 15th, the 18, 19, 20th. 21st is the Page of Cups in reverse. This could, again, be someone else's energy. Somebody may want to come through. Yeah, they're really having trouble here. It's like, if someone, like, let you go, like, oh, like, you know, I don't really need to do this with you, Sagittarius or whatever, okay, because they were hoping that was going to get you to, like, run back. It's like, and then you didn't. It's like, they're sitting there, like, wait a second, you know, why isn't she getting back to me? Like, why isn't he responding? Why aren't they getting, you know, getting on the front page about this? Like, something has ended here, even, like, maybe someone stopped giving into something here. It's like, they got a sleepless night or two. Oh, just saying that, movie, the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's like they're no longer excited about something here. Maybe, like, somebody even stopped showing up to a certain space. Like, I'm seeing someone's, like, not motivated anymore. Okay, you lead up the Six of Pentacles upright. Wow, we're pulling really far into the month. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, so it's like that moment someone realizes, like, oh, like, wait, so she's not wondering about me. I'm saying somebody's even, like, they talk to someone's friend. It's like, oh, is he, like, are they, like, asking you about me? It's like, no. It's like, oh, okay, really? Because, like, I thought, like, I'm hearing that Queen of Wands. It's like, no. I'm hearing that no judgment, love and light, but, like, I don't know what this is alluding to for everyone. Tower, right? Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, like, Ten of Swords, holy shit. Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? Like, this could actually be drama, like, for a number of you, brewing a little bit. Yeah, this is someone's ego even, oh my god, in a big way, with the Tower, right? Like, wait, like, they maybe had a whole thing going, like, a whole front, like, I'm gonna act like I don't care about her, and it's like, their plan was, like, kind of thwarted, okay? It was kind of derailed. You have the Magician, yeah, well, I see you kind of not having time for any baloney, Sagittarius, with the Magician, as well, especially in the theme. It's like, in general, it's like, I don't have time. Like, this is something you don't respect, ultimately. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. Like, you don't really need to play these games. I'm hearing that as well, the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse. And it's like, if this is someone who was trying to act like they're not in love to get you like more interested and whatnot. I feel like that plan seriously was like derailed and it backfired on this person, and like they ended up kind of being like left alone in like the ozone theory of their like attraction for you. And it's like, wait, what's happening? What's going on? It's like, this could be something karmic. It's like, now they're alone. I'm hearing that. It's clear they tried to maybe even triangulate you at a certain point with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment reverse, Six of Swords, but like everything that they didn't say to you, like now they're stuck with themselves. Let's clear it. Yeah, they were banking on like, I'm gonna be able to say this to like Sagittarius. It's like, oh, she never showed up. Oh, what do I do with this shirt? I gotta sell it. I'm hearing that, like, I don't know what, it's embarrassing even. I'm hearing that. The Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, ooh, the Eight of Cups, the Magician. Yeah, I feel like you didn't realize like the extent to which this person was actually like, maybe they just had a different way of going about this. Like, remember, this energy can even come through down the line. It's like they really were thinking like they were going to be able to like, you know, kind of like, but the angle they were taking was just not it. I'm hearing that, not it. Four of Cups, the Moon, and the Eight of Cups. Like, what makes you think like, I want to like live through the karma with you and then love you like harder like that? What is that alluding to? This is something very complicated, maybe, like at least in the way that somebody was taking it on. Like someone was taking a really, really karmic approach to something that I feel like there is love here. There is love here, but there's maybe even like a misunderstanding. It's like someone who just, you know, they communicate what they feel maybe in a different way, but like that really rubbed you in like a different ass way. I'm hearing Capricorn, and it's a feeling of like someone moving on, being like, I thought you weren't into me, sorry. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, I put extra salt in the dish because like I wanted you to say something, and then maybe I could come back like from the back of the kitchen as like the chef, and like we could talk about it. Like I'm seeing that with the Knight of Pentacles. Like, really? Like, no. I tasted that dish. It was salty as all hell. And I left the restaurant, bro. Like, what? You wanted me to literally stick around and try and, like, hail you a cab after that, too, and, like, try to make it all, like, a telenovela show that then we would talk about, like, in 8 to 5 years down the line. It's like, no. Somebody wanted to create maybe even an issue so that then they can, like, have a convo about it later. It's like, this is not, maybe, yeah, no. I'm hearing you really got the fuck out of a certain situation here with the Seven of Swords upright, mirror and the Strength card upright. Like, you realize somebody was trying to even manipulate you, and they realized that they couldn't, and then it was like, uh-oh, now I'm left, like, on the street looking like I'm sitting here wanting to, like, make use of her money. I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna do well. Star upright, mirror and the Seven of Cups upright. No, this is embarrassing. I'm seeing someone feels kind of embarrassed. It's like they're exposed even, like, and their intentions are exposed here. Let's clear it. It's like, yeah, I am seeing someone's left in cameo. Like, they assumed someone was going to give them a ride kind of vibe. Like, you know, they were like standing on the street, like, okay, like, you know, and maybe, yeah, it's like there's just something, I don't know, that could be a metaphor or however, but there's just something really unattractive here with the Knight of Pentacles mirroring the Six of Pentacles leading you out. With the Moon and the Eight of Cups. It's like someone was like, yeah, the hearing, no, let's clear it. We're not here for that. I'm at the Hangman. So there's a little bit of a rude awakening when it comes to a certain, like, also theory of attraction here. It's like, for a number of you, let's clear it. Sagittarius, yeah. I'm seeing something being washed up from the past with the Ace of Pentacles. Like, this could be someone coming through, like, confessing something to you. Like, hey, I'm sorry, like, I really thought, like, that was gonna be, like, you know, the thing that, no, I'm hearing, like, this is something very much not in alignment, possibly, with your values. Like, literally, maybe someone is coming through and being like, hey, I thought that was going to attract you more. It's like, I don't know what you were thinking, bro. Like, to be honest, like, I'm not here, like, thinking about my life like that. So maybe there's a fundamental core incongruence, like, when it comes to your lifestyle. Let's clear it around. This could be you. It's like, that decision I made, like, it was poor judgment. Or like, it was not in alignment with what I really wanted for myself in my life. I'm hearing that. And I'm a Sagittarius moon. I've got a lot of Sag in my chart. Speaking for myself here as well, potentially here, right? Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. This is about 6 months ago. That new moon in Aquarius. For some of you, maybe you were like really kind of not aware of something that was going on. I keep hearing that, but for some of you, this could be somebody who was interested in you. You didn't realize, like, yeah, to what extent. Maybe by this point you had already sort of like moved on from somebody, or you had moved on from a certain idea here. It's like you kind of like put it out of your mind with the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm here, out of sight, out of mind. For some of you, something that had really slowed down. I'm seeing that, where you're even like no longer receptive to something with the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's like, I'm not really. Yeah, we're yawning. Okay, it's a yawn. It's a yawny situation going on here with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Like, something was stagnating with the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing it wasn't really exciting anymore. I'm hearing that as well, and this could be the energy of another. It's like, this is even someone who maybe even like a gun. This is maybe when they kind of went missing. Like, they were trying to like kind of like hold something off, like, how do we say it, like, hold back, like, affection. This is for some of you. It's like, this is very strange, though. I'm seeing it didn't actually make sense. This is for some. Now, for another of you, I'm seeing you even maybe took a break. Let's clear it. You took a break from something. The Queen of Swords comes through. You're like, what the fuck is that, bro? No, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not at all attracted to that. I'm hearing that, like, it's a feeling of, like, you're like, hey, hello? It's like, anyone here? You here? It's like, I'm seeing someone's hiding in, like, in a room, like behind a door. It's like waiting for you to come and like find them like in that exact spot and like pull them out. It's like they ended up kind of just like not calling back out to you. You're like, oh, I guess there's no one here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave. You like closed the door to the house, you left, and you locked it. It's like they're like, what? Like, Sagittarius, like, for a number of you, you maybe actually blocked someone. It's like, if you're not gonna come forth, like, truly, yeah, you moved on, Sag. Like, there's something bigger here, but brighter, better, more exciting, even we'll say with the Strength card. Like, that's just where you're feeling guided to move to. Something was really lacking and missing here with the Knight of Wands in reverse. And I'm hearing a lack of motivation with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Like, something is not exciting. I keep hearing that with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Like, it's clear. It's like, well, you didn't show up. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm seeing someone's running back to you, Sag. They're like, I was really there. It's like, why do you call out when I said, hey, are you here? It's like, because I'm attracted to you. Let's clear it. Okay, the King of Wands. But maybe they got an ego. They cannot get to the point where they actually call that out. Okay, well, so then that's going to be on them. Or then maybe that's a decision that they made. They're not even realizing that they're kind of sabotaging the situation or that they're acting like that. Again, it can be our own energy in some way, but the Strength card, the King of Wands, I feel like this Knight of Wands energy in reverse about 6 months ago at that last new moon in Aquarius will become really obvious, really clear here around this time. So let's continue the King of Wands, right? Yeah, it's like, wow, I didn't realize like what I had, like, you know? I'm hearing, yeah, they realized, like, the decisions that they made as well, and, like, if it actually ended up adding up and making sense down the line. Now I'm hearing that song, because you're the best I never had. What's that song? Six of Cups in reverse. Leads out of that King of Wands, right? And this is, again, January, February, March, April, May, Six of Cups. I'm hearing, can't touch this. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe you're actually, Sagittarius, like, not contactable here anymore with the Six of Cups in reverse. It's like, now there's no way to, like, get in touch with you. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Like, in that, someone could be feeling that. Like, oh, shit, like, it's really over. I'm hearing that as well. Or it's really, like, not working for me. For some of you, this is actually, I'm just hearing, a detox program you're on. Wow, interesting. So you could actually be going through withdrawals. That could be another manifestation of this energy, but King of, a Knight of Wands in reverse, yeah, January, December, January, February, March, April, May, the Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I'm seeing you kind of being like, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not putting up with that. I'm seeing you let go of something, the Four of Wands in reverse and out of the Six of Cups in reverse. Maybe even, like, see someone's true intentions. It's like, is that really what you had in mind for me? Oh, hell no, I'm hearing that. You maybe just, like, yeah, make a final decision here. I'm hearing even, like, adding on to something here of the Queen of Swords. But I feel like you did the bulk of whatever this decision-making process was asking of you to do. I'm hearing that in February. So January, February, March. By the new year, 2021, you had really, I'm seeing, solidified a certain discussion even in your mind. Like, you had your sentiment real clear here. Like, okay, I don't really resonate with this. But anyways, okay. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. You may still be in the environment, though, in some way, which is interesting, but you maybe just have greater boundaries with the Queen of Swords. Yes, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. July is the Empress. Enjoy it. You lead out with the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius. In August. Let's get one more. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. So yeah, some of you are actually also just focusing on love now, and in a way of saying, you know, where is it where it actually is, not where is it where it's like where I want to try to sort of see it in a situation and make it be, you know, and it's like, I'm tired of teaching other people love. I don't want to teach other people love. It's like, what am I and what do I feel love as? And I want to embody that in my own life. I don't want to necessarily try and make others feel it too, and make them understand what I feel to be love, and make it all feel better again. I'm hearing that's like, make it all feel like something it should feel like for them. It's like, I don't want to also feel it for them. So some of you are actually just radically transforming the way that you know, also look at relationships. It's like, well, if they're not showing up, they're just not. And I'm not going to be here trying to also find love in discussions that I have as an overture in the broader roadmap. Oh, interesting. Of my own life. Like, why do I need to interact with other people and then understand what I want for myself? Oh, so, you know, maybe you even, I'm seeing this actually as a more assertive, I'm hearing addressing of the active partaking in your passions. Like, okay, yeah, Knight of Pentacles coming through, right? They're mirroring the Empress. This is like you literally, Sagittarius, not just being like, this is in theory something I love, but like I want to actually go for it and start doing those things that make me feel good. Like, well, you're not waiting. Oh, 3 Swords in reverse. Oh, yeah, no, listen, the more you activate the love principle and the more that you heighten, I'm hearing awareness of those values here for you, feeling this burning in my left ear, heat in my left ear, you will adjust the way the universe does recognize, okay, you in relation to others. I'm hearing that as well. It's like, well, okay, well, no, Sagittarius, that's remanifesting. Well, no, we gotta know, but that's not gonna do it anymore for Sagittarius. We gotta turn the wheel around. Yep, Sagittarius wants to go to that island over there. Not that. I'm here, not that. Leadership program. It's like, I feel like you're evading something here karmically even. It's like by readjusting your values in the sense of saying, re-navigating your way by way of the values. In other words, if I know this to be true for myself, okay, I need to act on that. Okay, like, how do we say, if I have this value and I know that's my value, but I'm not like really taking actions on that reflect that value in my day-to-day life, like, how will the universe know that I really mean that I really value that thing? So there's the little ways maybe that you start to live with love in your life. Let's clear it. You start to live with love. I'm hearing that for yourself. I'm hearing that as well. And that is like really making a huge ass fucking impact on where the future goes to. It's almost like you're putting an order in, Sag, for your future. And it's like, but it's like, how do we say, maybe this is something you want to manifest. Maybe it is a relationship, for example, or even a business partnership. I'm seeing that you realize like it's not about that thing first. It's about me and how I observe that thing. So if I am in a space where I can actually see it clearly, some of you, this is you know, getting comfortable with what you love, with the Empress upright. And this is really about cultivating passion, and this is about fire energy. This is about excitement here with the Empress upright as well for your life that you live also independently. I'm saying that with the Empress. It is the co-pilot to, let's say, the Emperor, but it's still the Empress, right? There is a full embodiment of the Venusian principle as well that we see with the Empress, which is, we say yin yang, okay, masculine, feminine, you know, Venus, Mars will say, okay, but the Empress is like, we need her to be the Empress in order to even be able to caption the Emperor, right? As the Emperor. There is this realization that the Emperor as who the Emperor is. Interesting. And you are possibly the inner Empress and inner Emperor to your own story, right? Of course, we can say that as well. But just in some sense, maybe this is even, let's clear it. There's something, yeah, in the sense of saying, well, I just want to concentrate. Maybe this is something you feel, I need to be able to fulfill myself. I'm hearing as the Empress. This can go for any gender, so-called. It's like, I don't want to sabotage that or take that even for granted. It's like, why would I wait for someone else to make me feel like the Empress? I want to feel like the Empress first, and that's my story. And then it's like, well, whoever resonates with that, okay, can come along. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is upright that leads you out of that Empress. I feel like you embodying your principles of love really changes your life for the good, for the better. I feel like, again, I see you like literally ordering Uber Eats future. Okay, like Sagittarius, like for Sag, like what is it that I want to feel? You know, it's like, okay, and this is what's happening here. As I'm saying, with the Three of Swords, there's something you're clearing, like you're clearing karma as well by not allowing others to fulfill you for you, and not allowing others to tell you how you should feel and make you feel better or worse, right? It's like I put my happiness in my own hands here, and the more that you do that, and for a number of you, maybe you actually reject, like, you know, certain gifts here. I'm saying that as well with the Empress of Pride. Like, oh, well, they want to, you know, kind of like do this for me and do that for me. I don't really feel like that's going to help me feel empowered. So you're rejecting what doesn't actually align with your values. That doesn't necessarily mean like success or not. Some of you are turning opportunities down. They're so-called opportunities, but that are not what are going to lead you. Let's clear it. What are not going to really motivate you to move forward as the Empress. I keep saying that, as the Empress leading into the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something that you're really excited about. Let's clear it. Yeah. Some of you will be triggering people. That's just natural. That's just normal. Not a lot of people are in their Empress energy. Masculine, feminine. We're not talking about gender here, right? The inner divine feminine energy with the Empress. Not a lot of people are operating in that frequency range yet. This is the point. You are at possibly, let's clear it in the crown chakra. Yeah. You got a lot, I'm just going to say here, Sagittarius, possibly you got a lot of haters here, and you realize maybe that's even more motivation to work on the Empress energy, yeah? It's like, okay, I realize that that's what they're lacking. They're lacking that within themselves, so this is a greater opportunity for me to really take on leadership in this space and represent it for what it is, to represent that energy, okay? To be, we'll say, you know, that shining light, the bigger person, okay? I realize that that's something that the world needs. I'm hearing that as well. Ooh, with the Emperor. So for a number of you, it's interesting, Sag, you're a Yang sign, right? Yang fire. The Empress is associated with Aries. It can be. Some will say Taurus, so on. But there is something that you are also wanting to attract into your space, and it's almost as if it's like, to do that, okay, I have to acknowledge that energy. So for some of you, you may be realizing that in the past, like you're attracting certain situations, people, or, you know, the confrontations that are like, it's like, that are not really even, how do we say, like, that's not your standard. I'm hearing that with the Empress of Pride. Like, that's not where I want to see myself in the future. So it's almost like a blessing in disguise, let's say, when you do make this shift and you do see that there is a retaliation energy from others around you. Okay, it's like, oh, Sagittarius, why are you changing? Like, why are you, you don't want to hang out with us? It's like, well, this is a reason, as you see it, maybe even to make this change. It's more motivation for you, okay, to make this change happen. It's like, you need to see that this is what I see in myself. Oh, wow. So there's something you're almost like, actually, you're melting something here. So as you're melting something down, maybe it's the expectations of others, the karma that others hold, that maybe they wanted you to, like, it's like, no, why don't you, like, sulk with us? It's like, no, fuck no. Four of Cups on the Knight of Pentacles. Leading into the Five of Wands, like, you evaded some situation here by elevating I'm hearing your throat and your root chakra. There's something here that you really kind of avoided. I'm hearing that as well, because you ascended. I'm hearing you ascended into, yes, but it was by way possibly of realizing there were a few experiences here that, let's clear it. You realize that there is going to be always a reaction to what you do as well. I'm hearing that, Sag, like, and you started to kind of put two and two together and realize, like, there are all kinds of people in the world as well with all kinds of reactions, and it's like, I cannot make that my problem. So it's the moment where you realize, like, the reaction that is also against, let's say, me doing what's right for me is more of a reason for me to do what's right for me. I realize that that's a vibration that I want to step into. So for a number of you, it's like, that's the person I want to be to others as well. So, and it's about, possibly shining that light and being the example. Let's step into, let's see here, the 15, okay, so we go 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, yeah. Let's pull a few more cards here until August 28, 29, 30, 31. Wow. Let's clear it. Yeah, I feel like there are things that will affect the financial storyline. I'm hearing that as well. And again, it can be something kind of karmic, but the important thing here, Sag, is that you listen to your intuition and that you sort of have a checkpoint here with yourself when it comes to how you're feeling. If you're feeling creative, if you're feeling dynamic, if you're feeling excited, that's probably a good sign that you're on the right track here. If you're feeling kind of like mediocre and kind of like, well, I could do this and like we could continue that thing that we did last time, you know, it's like that's probably a sign that you're not really wanting this in your heart space. Like truly I'm seeing that with the Empress upright. For some of you, I feel like you may come to a point where you need to like kind of call something out with someone and just make it really clear, okay, where you stand in the situation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love and light to you, and we'll get into the next signs. Bye.